Hello everyone, this is Swagboard87, your favorite weird and quirky YouTuber slash streamer-ish. How is everyone's New Year's Eve going? I hope it's going pretty well. I will currently let y'all know that right now on YouTube, see if I can remember to put it up, but we currently, as of making this, have 51 subs. That is a blessing, and I am incredibly happy and extremely ecstatic that that is what it has come to be. On Twitch, we also have, I think, about 43 as of making this, so we are like a few more people away from actually being able to get to 50. And if we can keep up the viewer count, we'll be able to finally be able to become a Twitch affiliate, which if you had told me that 1,000 years ago, I would not have believed you. But now, seeing as this the obvious blessing that is currently going on right now, I'm extremely ecstatic. But I hope your New Year's is gonna go well today. I hope everything goes well, and I'm really extremely happy. I can't wait to start doing more edits. I really want to do another edit like how I did with AQW. That one, I wanted to do something like that. And if you mind for a second, let me talk about that for a second. So when I made that AQW video like that week or so back, I was under the notion that it was gonna get 30 views. I had no knowledge prior that AQW was popular, none of that. I said to myself, this is gonna get maybe like 30 views at max, and that was like the main thing. So when I put it for premiere, we had just gotten out of church, and I was sitting there like, well, it's about to show. I'm sitting there twiddling my fingers because I knew it was 12 hours I had. And I was sitting there from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., got out of church, and I'm sitting there, my sister's driving, and I'm sitting there watching the video, and I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, it's going so well, and I'm like laughing at myself. And then the first day I only got like 10 views, and I was like, okay, that's probably like the most it'll get. We just gotta keep that up. It was tough. The edits weren't really necessarily hard to really do. It was more or less so getting the script and then figure out what parts I want to put where. That was the hardest part. It was the storyboarding going along with it. And I know this is kind of seeming like one of the most boringest videos ever because there's no, boom bam bop bop, but like it's just me coming as me with my DBZ shirt. And so once I got the 10 views, I said that was it. That's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be. And then y'all said, no, it's not gonna be 10 views. It's gonna be 100, 200. Now it's in the hundreds, and it's almost about to crack to 1,000. And while it may not have gotten the, it got a lot of views and it got a lot of likes, and I was really extremely happy, and I was really glad to see everybody coming together and whatnot, and being able to, capitalize on that. One of the dudes suggested that I stream it, and I was like, maybe I might not. It was a really tough move because when I made that AQW video and it popped off randomly, like felt like Arthur from the Sword of the Stone. I was like, sorry Merle, I popped off. It happened so fast. And so I was sitting there and I saw like the retention, and yeah, the retention was great. I was glad for that. But and yeah, there were a lot of people who did, see it and didn't sub, but guess what? I was happy that they saw it, that they had watched through, because guess what? It's more about the views and the consistency about getting views rather than the subs, right? That's kind of what we're mainly trying to go for. Just seeing mainly the people showing up and doing all that. But back to what I was saying about my stream. So before I made the AQW streams, it's probably about to start wrapping up in a bit, but when I was making that, I was playing Dragon Block C. I still haven't beat Jir in the Gray, not yet, but I was sitting there like, man, I'm scared to do this because I only had one dude the entire time. It took 3 days of me streaming DBC, but I was finally able to get one person, and he was a good dude, and me and him, we chatted, and then more and more people started showing up here and there, pop, but that one dude, he was consistent throughout the entire time, and I thank him for his consistency and for keeping my morale up. I mean, obviously, in those early statements, like those early videos, you'll probably see me sitting there like, just talking like as though I'm talking to another dude that's just standing right next to me. I'm not. There was nobody watching. You have to put in your head perspective that there is someone watching you, but you just can't see them. Even if the numbers say a big goose egg, just think there's one person, and that you just gotta talk to that person. So I did. And then when I was given the notion that I probably should do the AQW once that video had popped off, to my surprise, like I was literally crying. I was really happy. I mean, I'm still crying to this day. I mean, like, it's happening all so fast, and it's just a great thing all around. y'all are chatting in the Discord, and if y'all want to know the Discord, it's the link in the description, my about page. Not trying to do a shameless plug, I'm just simply letting y'all know just so y'all can get a bit more updates here and there, play some games and whatnot. But anyway, I was sitting there worried that if I do this, that no one's gonna watch and that I'm just gonna sit there and I'm be back to square one. I was so worried and I was so nerved and I was scared to make the first choice, to make the first move. But I did, and I decided to do it, and that actually probably was for the better, because the moment that I did that, it was like 100 views, and the people that used to watch the DBC stuff, they popped in. And then now we have newer people, and they stay consistent on how they watch. And then I guess it came to my attention that it wasn't the content that was being presented, because at first it was. But if I'm going under a notion of a possibility, this is not an ego flex, this is not me trying to do something, but I think that they liked me for me, which is weird, because normally I really wouldn't like myself. I mean, that mirror that's behind me right there, was my siblings before we moved into this house. That mirror, I would sit there and I had to look at myself dead in my eyes and just talk. I had to just talk to myself. So this is kind of more of like me just basically giving my thanks and just saying that I'm just incredibly glad that I was blessed to get this opportunity, and just being able to simply come out here and give my goofy streams and silly stuff, having strats from y'all, and just overall making a really good effort in order to be able to make a really strong community. And it's good. And I know I'm rambling, bros. Yeah, I'll probably be like, bros speaking Japanese, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, one by down, and I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but this is as much as I like to goof, maybe do a little tomfoolery, you know, hoot handy, I'm trying to be as honest as possible. It still makes me tear up here and there. So for one more reiteration, I hope y'all all have a wonderful New Year's. Make sure not to avoid drinking as much as possible, because I really don't like that as much, but just keep it onto a responsible level. I know we're all like basically adults here. Y'all really don't need me to tell y'all how to do stuff. Just don't be that dude. Like, do a little hoot and handy tomfoolery, but don't be dumb, okay? There's goofy and then there's dumb, all right? Y'all know what to do. I believe y'all know what to do. Like, I don't need to sit here and tell y'all that. But anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to do. All I really wanted to say. It's kind of a lame video, I know, but it's just something I want to get on my chest. Anyway, this is SwagBirdie7 telling y'all to beware and take care.